Nimona on Netflix is finally out and it's glorious. I've been a fan of this graphic novel for almost a decade now. My friend and I also wrote a Nimona song a few years ago. I'll link it in the description if you'd like to check it out, but years ago I had found the graphic novel in the recommendation sections at the library. I read it in one sitting and I loved it. The problem is I didn't buy my own copy back then, and now I can no longer buy a copy without that garbage Netflix sticker on it. But I am grateful to Netflix because this movie has been in development hell for such a long time. Disney bought the studio, then they closed it because Disney is not capable of doing anything new anymore. It has to be a rehash of something always. But then Netflix picked it up, and I didn't know it was coming out this soon. I saw the trailer a few weeks ago and I got so excited, and I am happy to say it lives up to the hype. There are significant changes. So for those who don't know, Nimona is this girl who can shapeshift and she wants to be a villain. So she goes to become the sidekick of a villain. In the movie it plays out a bit differently, but it is actually more immediate, which I think fits better to a movie. In the book there are more flashbacks, but I do like how the book reveals things slowly. The movie is a bit more obvious, but the question of why now? Why does Nimona show up at Ballister's door right now is more obvious in the movie, because Ballister has just been set up. He is accused of something he didn't do and he's just looking for what to do, and Nimona shows up. I think Chloe Grace Moretz does a fantastic job as Nimona, and Riz Ahmed is great as Ballister. This is a story about being an outsider. What do you do if everyone treats you like a monster? I love the futuristic medieval aesthetic, which is also in the book. The animation looks great. There's always a trap of looking too much like Disney, but I'm happy to say it looks like its own thing. There's also a Spider-Man style, which is popular these days. It's not quite like that either. It's obvious that the people who made this movie actually like the book. That is the problem I see most with these adaptations. People usually buy the rights to something for brand recognition and then make all sorts of weird changes because they actually want to tell a different story. This is not like that. Especially, I think the characters stay true to the original material, which is the most important thing for me. The shape-shifting is great, but I wish there were more dragons. That's kind of a significant form of Nimona in the book, and I think it's intentional in the book. I am sad that this isn't getting more attention. Let's actually check what the other reviewers are saying. I am curious. I'm wondering if it got reviewed widely or not. I'm just gonna go ahead and check Metacritic. So it got 75, which is not bad, but it's only 16 critics. That's just not okay. Like, as comparison, if we check something like Elemental, which is like a garbage Disney movie, it got like 41 reviews. So let's see what people gave. So San Francisco Chronicle gave 100, Screen Rant 90, IGN 90, Entertainment Weekly 80, Los Angeles Times 80, Empire 80, they gave 80 to everything. Doesn't really matter. New York Times gave it a 60. Like, just how is this movie a 60? It makes no sense. The Guardian gave it a 60 and Roger Ebert gave it a 50. Roger Ebert is turning in his grave right now. He would have given this 100, I'm telling you. Like, it's just not, that's not sensible. That's why we can't have nice things. This had a brief, limited theatrical release too, so I hope it is eligible for awards. I really hope it wins something. I don't know if you have seen Belle. It's an anime. It was an amazing movie and it had a pretty decent theatrical run too. But it was also under-reviewed and it didn't get any major awards or nominations, I don't think. But it's literally the best Beauty and the Beast adaptation you could see. It's really annoying that unless you're a giant studio, you can't even get reviewed. Which is odd because Netflix is a giant studio. They need to have been pushing this more. I haven't seen a ton of marketing on this. I get upset because I don't want to see a millionth garbage live action adaptation of something anymore so that these huge studios can make some extra money. And if you also don't want it, go watch this. talk about it, share it. It is so heartfelt and genuine and relatable. If you like the movie, definitely get the graphic novel. It is a bit different, so it will be a slightly different experience, but you'll love it. Cover the Netflix sticker with a different sticker, I guess. It's annoying, but we gotta live with that. Also, here is my Nimona song. If you check it out, it would mean the world to me. And if you subscribe, I'll see you in the next video.